Welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the blue corner, Harrison King McBain.
So here comes a 500 fighter out of the blue corner, Harrison King McBain out of Hamilton, Ontario. A very interesting story. This fighter, in fact, Al holds an engineering and physics degree from McMaster University.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it makes it kind of interesting that he chooses to still partake in boxing, and he loves the sport.
His manager behind, you can see him there, two behind Harrison McBain, Rob Bruno. When I spoke to him earlier this week, he said this is a make-or-break fight for Harrison King McBain. When you're in that sort of situation, Al, what is a fighter thinking?
I think, you know, when you're a 500 in a lot of other sports is good. In boxing, it leaves you very much on the cusp. And this fight is one that maybe determines where he goes with his career. And so I think it puts a lot of pressure on a fighter.
As we see the statistics there, this fight being fought in the lightweight division. Harrison McBain actually shares a common opponent with one of our main eventers, Logan Cotton McGuinness and Buzz Grant. As we now will hear the introduction of his opponent.
And now let's welcome to the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner, Jeremy Showtime Abbott.
So Jeremy Abbott makes his way to the ring as well, a 200 fighter. He has 1 KO, more than Harrison McBain. And Corey, for somebody who is fighting a shorter opponent, how will he be able to land his punches against a shorter guy like McBain?
Well, he likes to get on the inside, and he likes to throw flashy combinations. He calls himself Showtime. Whether or not he's going to be able to do that, we'll see. But in the past, Harrison McBain has invited contact on the inside. He had a great fight against Scotty Paul here at the Hershey Center. I'd expect it to be somewhat similar, and we mentioned, because of the tribute beforehand, both guys fighting with heavy hearts here tonight. We tend to get special fights out of those types of situations in boxing.
With his last fight, a loss to Ryan Wagner, who is a very different kind of fighter than he's going to face tonight. So maybe stylistically, this will help him a little bit.
We send it back up to Thomas Triber for the official introductions.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is being brought to you by Hennessy Sports in association with Interbox and United Promotions. It is sponsored by New Market Nissan, The Fight Network, FY Inc., Everlast, Tap Out Energy, TransClean Protein, and BoxingChannel.tv. It is scheduled for 6 rounds in the lightweight division, and our 3 judges are Harry Davis, Kelly Zolnierczak, and William Boodhoo. Our referee in charge, the 3rd man in the ring, will be Rocky Zolnierczak. Introducing to you first to my right, fighting tonight out of the blue corner. He's wearing red trunks with white trim and weighed in at 143 pounds. Coming to us from Hamilton, Ontario, he has a professional record of 3 wins, 3 defeats, and 1 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Harrison King McBain. And his opponent across the ring, fighting tonight out of the red corner. He's wearing black trunks and weighed in at 144.5 pounds. Hailing from Brampton, Ontario, his record consists of 2 wins, 2 defeats, with 1 of his 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Jeremy Showtime Abbott.
Fighters to the center. Okay, guys, I went over the instructions in the change rooms. I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Come out banging. Yep, right here and here. Touch gloves. Good work, guys.
Talk about committing to your nickname. Jeremy Abbott has it tattooed on his back as we take a look at the tail of the tape.
Which means you better not change it.
Now, if anything, guys, it seems that Abbott appears to be in better shape than McBain. McBain seems to be a fairly soft junior welterweight. Probably due to the fact that he has a full-time career that he's working on, as you alluded to.
Showtime with quick foot movements.
McBain, the first lefty we have seen tonight, and so we're faced, or Abbott is faced with dealing with that left-handed style.
Showtime trying to unload on some punches. They're pushing him back to the ropes as he's throwing rights and lefts.
McBain squared himself up when he got against the ropes, which is really a bad thing to do, and it opened up a little more of an avenue for Abbott to land some punches.
There's an attempt there, and down goes McBain. As Showtime goes to a neutral corner quickly, he caught him with a short right there that sent Harrison King McBain to the canvas. Let's see if Abbott comes out swinging to capitalize here on that knockdown.
That happened because McBain does square himself up. He doesn't use his lefty stance as he should. He squares himself up and makes that right hand more available. You would think that Abbott would be attacking a bit more right now.
Well, it doesn't seem that McBain is entirely hurt, although he's not firing anything back on the ropes.
It looks like every time Abbott comes with a flurry, McBain doesn't have a counter for it. As he threw a punch, down went McBain again. It looks like Abbott is catching him every time he tries to throw a counter. As this fight will now continue, that's the second knockdown in this round, and Abbott now coming with a sense of urgency. This one may be waved off very soon.
I would think it should be very soon. And there it is.
As the towel is thrown at the same time, referee Rocky Zolnierczak stops the fight. Jeremy Abbott is victorious in round number 1. Well, Al, we talked about it at the beginning as Harrison McBain made his way to the cage. It was a make-or-break fight based on what you've seen. What do you make of that?
You know, I think they wanted to see, as this man celebrates, and why shouldn't he, a very, very good victory for Jeremy Abbott. What I think that in McBain's case, what it demonstrated is when he faces a fighter that has a certain skill set, maybe it didn't work out so well for him. So they'll have to rethink maybe where he's at in boxing. But for Jeremy Abbott, with the appealing name of Showtime, he shows us a lot. These right hands, now that was actually a jab. It's interesting. We thought it was a right hand. That knockdown came, that particular one came from a jab. Then he got him against the ropes, and Abbott would tee off and land a variety of punches, including some great body punches. And there's the jab. That was actually the second knockdown. We thought it might be a right hand, but it was just a real strong jab. And when he got him against ropes, he just kept unloading, and ultimately it was a matter of time before the fight got stopped. In fact, they were screaming from Abbott's corner, Rocky, you have to stop this fight. They were worried for McBain.
It looked like when McBain wanted to throw a punch, he lowered his hand, and that's what he got caught from, as Thomas Triber has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is the official time. 1 minute, 56 seconds of round number 1. Our referee in charge, Rocky Zolnierczak, steps in, calls a halt to the bout. Your winner by way of technical knockout, Jeremy Showtime Abbott.
All right, here with Jeremy Abbott. And Jeremy, it seemed that the right hand was the key for right from the get-go. Is that something you saw immediately?
That's something I knew, and I did see, but also you guys haven't really seen my left. I got a lot more than just a right hand. That's a lot of things I've been working on, but you know, tonight I just had to really come through for everybody.
A lot of people were pegging this as maybe one of the potential fights of the night, and you certainly gave us the excitement, but did you expect it to be as easy as it was, you know, with this conclusive of a result so early?
Well, you know what, that's kind of a question that, you know, you can never expect a fight to be easy, and even if you know, truly know, you can't go into a fight thinking that it's going to be easy or underestimate anybody, because you know what? The minute you do that, you could get hurt and look like an idiot. You always have to take every fight serious.
So what's next for you? You do have some losses that I imagine you want to avenge. Is there anyone you want to call out? What's next?
Well, first of all, I want to dedicate this fight to Hank Boone. Second of all, I heard Buzz Grant wanted to face the winner. Now, I'm not one to call out anybody, but you know what? Kind of everybody likes a bad guy a little bit, and I want to create a little buzz.
Maybe we'll see that next. Arda, now back to you.
Fun, but very classy to dedicate this fight.
Yeah, very nice. Hank Boone, of course, as we saw, passed away. We had a history with both these fighters. And Buzz Grant, the veteran who lost to Logan McGinnis, but that would be an interesting test for Jeremy Abbott at this point. Is he ready for Buzz Grant, who's still a fighter on a slightly higher level than him? It would be an interesting fight.